Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Keyboy.
Good Monday morning, Utah. Time is currently 6:13. We're going to open up with this view from Ensign Peak. I've been sharing it all morning and will likely continue to show it as we go throughout the rest of this morning. Just because as we look down from Ensign Peak, not only are we seeing a strong inversion layer over the Salt Lake Valley, but we are socked in with fog. I cannot stress enough, as you head out the door this morning, as you head off to work or school, especially from Salt Lake County northward along the Wasatch Front, you need to build in extra time because we are dealing with that dense fog out there this morning, and that dense fog advisory scheduled to continue through 9 o'clock this morning. From Salt Lake County northward, including all of Box Elder and Tooele counties, we have visibilities of a quarter of a mile or less within these spots. There is some fog in Utah counties, just not nearly as bad compared to areas off to the north. And we also have a dense fog advisory for southeastern San Juan County. But when it comes to the current visibility, it is low, especially as you make your way close to the Great Salt Lake, where we do have those pockets of a quarter of a mile or less. But for just about all of the Salt Lake Valley and through most of Davis County and the western portion of Weber County, that visibility is a half mile or less, which is definitely a traffic hazard. Make sure that you're building in that extra time. Be extra careful. Give yourself plenty of space between you and the car in front of you, and make sure that you're using the low beams this morning, because if you use the high beams, what happens is that the lights hit the water particles that are floating around in the sky, and it actually scatters out the light. It makes it harder for oncoming traffic to see you. So again, make sure that you're using those low beams out there this morning and giving yourself plenty of time. Those inversions in our northern Utah valleys, they're going to be strong once again. Most spots expected to fall into the moderate range, but where the inversions have been strongest over the last couple of days, Davis and Salt Lake County still expecting unhealthy for sensitive group air quality. So make sure that you limit your time outside. Meanwhile, in southwestern Utah, we don't have to deal with the inversion, just a chilly start to the morning on what is a quiet start to the morning in Cedar City with our Southern Utah University camera network. And as we go through today, our daytime highs will be varied depending on where you are. So where those inversions are the strongest, like in Salt Lake and Davis County, we'll likely see daytime highs in the 30s. In Utah and Weber counties, we could see daytime highs in the 40s just because those inversions aren't quite as strong, even though they are quite potent to begin with. While down in southern Utah, daytime highs will mainly range in the 40s and 50s. And we'll go ahead and zoom things in here for a little bit better perspective. It'll be another day where Park City will have a chance of being warmer than Salt Lake City, while Heber will see a daytime high in the middle 40s. And outside of any haze today, we'll likely either see partly to mostly cloudy skies across the Beehive State. 44 degrees for a high in Nephi, 47 in Emory, 47 in Green River. Then by the time you make your way down south, it's 46 for Monticello, 45 for Escalante, 51 degrees in Bryce Canyon. And St. George today is likely to lead the way, coming in with a daytime high of 58. And as we go through today, our weather pattern is going to become a little bit more progressive because high pressure is starting to move out of the way, and you can see an upper level low pressure off the California coastline. With the southwesterly flow kicking in, some moisture is going to try to filter in, which means I wouldn't be surprised if we go through today, we see a slight chance for some wet weather, generally in the high terrain in the southern 2/3 of the state, but the chance is low. This is tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and this particular futurecast likes the potential of a system coming in from the southwest, a fairly weak system, but it could bring some moisture to even northern Utah as well. And if this is the case, then we'll be able to likely clear out some of the haze, even though it's likely not going to clear completely. We stay slightly unsettled through the middle of the week before what could be a more active pattern arriving into the weekend before Christmas. Forecast models starting to become a little bit more optimistic that a system could come in from the northwest, because last week we were telling you a system was going to miss us down to our south, but this is a new development. So while it's by no means a guarantee, there is a potential that we see a stronger system move in just before Christmas, which could bring us a decent chance of wet weather across the state. And if that system does eventually make its way through, it would clear out all the rest of the inversion haze. And St. George will be in the upper 50s today, a decent amount of cloud coverage. Then we enter that slightly more unsettled pattern through the middle of the week, daytime highs near 60 degrees. Then by Friday and Saturday, could be looking at the chance of isolated to scattered showers, the daytime highs falling into the upper 40s by Sunday. Then along the Wasatch Front, fog and haze for today. More haze expected through the middle of the week, but we'll add in a slight chance for Tuesday and Wednesday. Calmer with more haze Thursday into Friday. Then we bring in that chance for what could be rain and snow Saturday and Sunday leading into Christmas. We'll keep our fingers crossed and keep you posted there.